Welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy, and I'm here today with members from Natural Innovations, and we've got Kelly Blackledge, who is the president of Natural Innovations, and Mariah Rufer, who is a member of Natural Innovations, and they're here to talk about New Year's resolutions, also maybe some holiday gift ideas that have a little bit more of a green flavor.
That's right. In fact, it can be really difficult to try to think about how to be green on the holidays. We want to buy some great gifts, and and you get in a hurry, and you're just not really thinking through that environmental responsibility that we all try to have throughout the year. Okay. So here are some samples, some ideas of how to stay green through the holidays. And I brought a few gift ideas that, I'm always trying to find the coolest environmentally friendly gift. And one of my favorites are these mittens.
Okay.
And these mittens are made out of old sweaters. So, and they are the warmest. They actually have fleece on the inside, but it's, they just take old sweaters from the thrift store and make really warm mittens out of them.
All right.
And then this one is kind of a friendly one. This one is made out of a broom. Okay. Yeah. And not a used broom, though. It is a new green material.
Okay.
It's a grass, corn broom material. Anyway, these are, you just pull them off and you can use them to check your cake.
Oh.
Instead of using wood made from toothpicks and stuff. So this is a little more environmentally friendly way of, if you do a lot of baking. And then this is out of out of an old Scrabble game. They made some words out of that, made a pen and some magnets. This one was a great find. You never know what you're going to find in the thrift store. And this happens to be a favorite author of a friend of mine. We love his poems and stuff, and I was going through it. I thought, oh, great, it's by James Kavanaugh. And then I looked inside, and it's signed by the author. So how cool is that? Because that'll be a pretty special gift.
That's a treasure.
And then when I label my gifts, I always cut up old cards that don't have anything on the back and write something, use these as name tags.
Okay.
So some neat gifts, and then there are lots of resolutions. Once you get through the holiday, let's start fresh and make some great environmentally responsible decisions and, really challenge yourself to be green for the year. Mm-hmm. So we quizzed some people. In fact, the staff of St. Mary's Innovis Health had some great examples. One person was going to stop using plastic. Another person was not recycling a lot, so she was going to start recycling. Another idea was to start buying reusable shopping bags, or using reusable shopping bags, and using public transportation when it's available.
All right.
Ride share, and of course some healthy things. Do something really good for yourself once a week.
All right.
Whether it's a walk of fresh air outside or giving someone a hug every day.
All right. Okay, and we have Mariah Rufer also, who works for RMB Laboratories, and you deal with water quality. And what are some of the things maybe that people could do as a resolution to help save our water quality?
Yeah, in this area, everyone is so involved in the lakes in the summer, and there's a few resolutions that you could do to help protect our lakes. First of all, if you live on a lake, maybe this year you could think of planting a couple trees or shrubs along your shoreline. If you just add a few each year, it'll really help filter runoff that comes through your yard into the lake. And it also will stabilize the shoreline. Another thing is make sure that if you are smoking out on the water, to not throw cigarettes into the lake. Keep them in a container and take them back, because those filters don't break down and they stay in the water, and they found them in loons and fish bellies, and they kind of clog them up. So, and another thing is, even if you live in town, all the storm sewers go into water or wetlands somewhere. So make sure if you have any hazardous chemicals that you're not spilling them out on your driveway, not pouring them into the storm sewers. Just be really careful about how you dispose of things.
All right, some good things to know as we go into 2010 to take on as a resolution maybe this year and help keep our environment clean and friendly. And we're going to take a quick break and be back with more Hometown Happenings after this. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings, and I'm joined again in the studio by folks from the Natural Innovations nonprofit group, local group, and I've got Sandy Gunderson and Dan Olson with me. Sandy works for the Becker County Environmental Services, and Dan works for the MPCA, and they've got some resolution ideas as well.
Absolutely. How about, have you always wanted to try composting? Start composting. Start it in the winter, it goes a little slower, and then by spring you'll be ready to roll. Another one, one of my suggestions would be changing all your bulbs over to compact fluorescent bulbs, saving great energy and saving money.
Okay. All right. And Dan?
Well, coming from the Pollution Control Agency, one of the things that we've always been working towards is getting people who live out in rural areas and have had a tradition of burning garbage outside. Maybe this is the year that you decide that you're not going to burn your garbage outside anymore, and that would be a really great resolution to make this year.
All right.
It absolutely would.
Okay, so what else can we do? I know that Kelly Blackledge has left a couple of things here with us as well, and one of the things is to reuse materials. Make sure that you buy things that are reusable or recycle them. And of course, one of the local restaurants sells these little reusable containers, so you can take it to work with you and use it and use it and use it.
And use it for lunch. This is your lunch box basically after that.
Right.
Or reusing these beautiful tins. Okay. It's a great idea. Reducing waste, then we don't have to throw it away. It's a great idea.
So reduce the waste.
And we also talked a little earlier about a good resolution that if you are a smoker, not to throw your cigarette butts into the lake, but maybe this is the year if you've been thinking about, you really want to quit smoking and you've been coming up with a list of all the reasons why, your health, the health of your family, and that type of thing. And if you need one more item to put you over the edge, there's definitely a green component to smoking, that if you stop smoking, there's the litter, there's no more of the litter problem that we have with people throwing cigarette butts out their car windows, but also there's a lot of energy and effort that goes into making cigarettes that cause waste that you would contribute to reducing all of that as well.
All right, some very good ideas from Sandy and Dan and Natural Innovations, and we're going to take a really quick break and be back with more from Kelly Blackledge after this. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy, back with Kelly Blackledge, and I wanted to get an update on how you did with your resolution from last year.
Yes, last year I made a resolution not to buy anything new except for groceries and underwear. That was allowed. But yeah, I did okay. I have a list of 10 things that I just couldn't get around, and one was batteries. One, I had to replace my bike tire, so I had to buy that new. And then I did buy a sweatshirt.
I'll
admit one, but that's the only clothing item that I bought. Otherwise, I bought reused, hand-me-down kind of things. So not too bad. And then this year, I'm going to try not to buy any plastic, like no baggies and no cellophane.
Okay.
So these are the kind of things that I'll use instead of buying any. So no baggies, no cellophane. I'm going to reduce the amount of plastic in my life.
All right, excellent. I am going to make a commitment to bike more to work and save some gas and save some energy. So I've got my little bike props, and I'll be heading out on my bike in the snow after this, uphill. And that's going to wrap it up for Hometown Happenings. Thanks for joining us. For TV3, I'm Carol McCarthy.